Hello fellow travelers, today we are going to a very special place. It is a city in China called Suzhou. You can find it near the big city of Shanghai. Suzhou is very old, with a history that stretches back over 2,500 years. It is famous for its incredible beauty. People often call it paradise on earth. This is not just because of what you see, but because of what you feel when you are here. It has a gentle and calm spirit. The city is full of lovely gardens, ancient waterways, and elegant stone bridges. It feels like stepping into a traditional Chinese painting that has come to life all around you. When you first arrive in Suzhou, you immediately notice the water. Water is everywhere, shaping the city's heart and soul. It flows through a network of canals, just like streets in other cities. These canals are the lifeblood of Suzhou, connecting neighborhoods and carrying history on their gentle currents. Along these waterways you will see old houses with white walls and black-tiled roofs. Bright red lanterns often hang from the eaves, adding a splash of vibrant color. The air is filled with the soft sounds of lapping water and the distant chatter of people enjoying a cup of tea by the canal side. It is a place that invites you to slow down and just breathe. Imagine starting your day here. You might wake up to the sound of a boatman singing a local folk song. You could walk out of your guest house and find yourself on a stone path right next to a canal. The morning light reflects off the water, dancing on the walls of the buildings. You decide to take a walk not with a map, but by following the water. Every turn reveals something new and wonderful. You might see a small curved bridge that looks like a crescent moon, or a local resident lowering a basket from their window to buy vegetables from a vendor in a boat below. This is the magic of Suzhou. This city is a perfect blend of nature and human artistry. It shows how people can live in harmony with their environment. The ancient city planners designed Suzhou with great care. They wanted to create a place that was both practical and beautiful. They built the canals for transportation and trade. They built the gardens as peaceful escapes from busy life. They used natural materials like wood, stone, and bamboo. Everything feels connected. Exploring Suzhou is not just about seeing sights, it is about experiencing a different way of life, one that is slower, more thoughtful, and deeply connected to the beauty of the world around it. Now let's talk about something truly special in Suzhou, its classical gardens. These are not just parks with flowers and trees, they are masterpieces of design. For centuries, wealthy scholars and officials built these private gardens as places to relax, write poetry, and connect with nature. Each garden is a small world of its own, carefully created to be a perfect miniature landscape. There are over 60 of these gardens still preserved in Suzhou today, and 9 of them are so important that they are recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. They are considered the finest examples of Chinese garden art in the world. When you step into one of these gardens, like the humble administrator's garden or the lingering garden, you leave the city behind. Suddenly you are in a quiet world of winding paths, calm ponds, and strangely shaped rocks. The designers were very clever. They used walls and screens to create hidden spaces and surprising views. You might walk through a moon-shaped gate and discover a secret bamboo grove, or you might cross a zigzag bridge and find yourself looking at a beautiful pavilion reflected perfectly in the water. Every element is placed with a purpose to create a sense of peace and beauty. The gardens are designed to be enjoyed in all 4 seasons. In the spring you will see delicate plum blossoms and vibrant azaleas. In the summer, the ponds are covered with large green lotus leaves and beautiful pink and white flowers. Autumn brings the rich colors of the maple trees, turning the gardens into a sea of red and gold. Even in winter, the bare branches of the trees, the green of the bamboo, and the interesting shapes of the rocks create a stark and beautiful picture against the occasional snow. It is a living work of art that is always changing, always offering something new to see and appreciate. Visiting these gardens is more than just a walk. It is an experience. You can sit in a tea house inside the garden, sipping fragrant tea and watching the koi fish swim in the pond. You can listen to the sound of birds singing in the trees, and the gentle rustle of leaves in the wind. These gardens were meant to soothe the soul and inspire the mind. They were places for contemplation and quiet joy. As you wander through these peaceful landscapes, you can understand why they are considered the very soul of Suzhou, a perfect expression of the city's love for elegance, nature, and art. Suzhou is often called the Venice of the East, and it is easy to see why. The city is built around a web of canals that crisscross the old town. For centuries these waterways were the main streets. People used them for everything, for traveling from one place to another, for transporting goods like rice and silk, and for daily chores. Today, life on the canals continues, blending the old with the new. You can still see long wooden gondolas, poled by boatmen in traditional blue shirts and straw hats. Taking a ride on one of these boats is the best way to see the city from its original perspective. As your boat glides slowly and quietly through the water, you get a unique view of Suzhou life. You pass under dozens of ancient stone bridges, each one with its own unique design and story. You see homes that open directly onto the water with stone steps leading down to the canal where residents wash clothes or vegetables. It feels like you are floating through history. The boatman might point out famous landmarks or tell you local legends. You might pass other boats carrying musicians playing traditional instruments, their beautiful melodies echoing softly over the water. It is a peaceful and enchanting experience. One of the most famous canal-side areas is Pingjiang Road. This is a historic street that has been preserved for over 800 years. It runs parallel to a main canal, connected by many small alleys and bridges. Walking along this stone-paved road is a journey back in time. On one side you have the flowing canal with its boats and bridges. On the other side you have a charming row of small shops, tea houses and galleries. You can find local artists selling their paintings, artisans crafting delicate fans, and vendors selling delicious street food like sweet rice balls and fried tofu. Here, you can truly feel the rhythm of daily life in Suzhou. You can sit at an outdoor table at a tea house and watch the world go by. Local residents chat with their neighbors, children play by the water's edge, and tourists slowly meander, taking in the sights and sounds. The atmosphere is relaxed and friendly. It is a place where history is not just in a museum, it is alive and all around you. The canals of Suzhou are more than just water. They are the arteries of the city, carrying its stories, traditions, and enduring charm through the centuries for everyone to enjoy. Suzhou's story is deeply woven with one of the most luxurious materials in the world, silk. For more than 1,000 years, this city has been the center of silk production in China. The silk made here was so fine and beautiful that it was prized by emperors and traded along the famous Silk Road, reaching far corners of the world. The craft of making silk, from raising silkworms to weaving intricate patterns, is a huge part of Suzhou's identity and history. You can learn all about this fascinating process at the Suzhou Silk Museum, where you can see live silkworms and watch artisans at work on traditional looms. The history of silk is a story of incredible skill and patience. It all starts with the tiny silkworm, which eats mulberry leaves and spins a cocoon out of a single continuous thread. Workers carefully unravel these cocoons to get the raw silk thread. This thread is then dyed in beautiful colors and woven into fabrics with stunning designs like dragons, phoenixes, and flowers. Holding a piece of Suzhou silk, you can feel its softness and see its shimmer. It is more than just cloth. It is a piece of cultural heritage, a craft that has been passed down through countless generations of skilled artisans. Beyond silk, Suzhou is a city full of local traditions that make it a wonderful place to visit. The local dialect, Suzhou dialect, is known for being very soft and melodic, often called the gentlest language in China. The city is also famous for its cuisine, which is known for its subtle sweetness and delicate presentation. You must try dishes like squirrel-shaped mandarin fish and listen to kunku opera, one of the oldest forms of Chinese opera which originated right here. These traditions are not just for tourists, they are a living part of the community, celebrated in daily life and during festivals. So, why should you visit Suzhou? You should come here to experience a city that moves at a gentler pace. It is a place to find beauty not just in grand monuments but in the small details. A carved window, a reflection in the water, the taste of a local snack. It is a city that shows how nature and culture can exist in perfect harmony. A trip to Suzhou is a chance to step away from the rush of the modern world and enter a living poem, a timeless painting that welcomes you to wander its paths, float on its canals, and discover the quiet beauty that has enchanted people for centuries.